Putting her head on the counter, Vine was lost in her thoughts when her friend Emily tapped on her shoulder while sitting beside her. Come on, Vine, we all know that Sam was who used you just to get your best friend Sarah. Move on now and stop thinking about them. Vine sat straight and looked at her and then said, I don't love him now. In fact, I hate him from the day I came to know about his real self. But I can't stop thinking about both of them because I want them to pay for what they did. Emily tried to say something, but her eyes caught the glimpse of Sarah and Sam. She gulped and stood up. Vine saw the tension in her eyes. Emily, let's go, Vine. I'm not finding this place interested. Vine, what are you saying? It was you who asked me to come here, and then what happened? Vine turned around when she saw her looking back, and she stood up when she saw Sam and Sarah together eating each other. Suddenly, Sam's attention went on Vine, and then they approached her. Look who we have here, a broken person. Vine, look who we have here, a backstabber. Sarah glared at Vine, and then when Sam came in between, watch your tongue, Vine. Don't you dare to talk to her like that. Vine, don't say my name from that mouth of yours. At first, I was enjoying the soft pedal on my rough one, but then I came back in my world and pushed her slightly. I glared at her, but I saw her whose eyes were closed. I was angry on her, but then she slowly opened her eyes and I was lost in them. Like they were trying to tell me something. I shrugged it and said in my deep voice, sending shiver to her body, do you have an idea what you have done, woman? Don't you love your life? One girlfriend Jungkook was about to say more, but then he saw Sam who came and pulled Wine towards him angrily while holding her arms. Jungkook became angry when he saw him holding her tightly. Sam, what are you doing? How can you? Why? So you want me, after knowing what you have done, leave my hand? But Sam was holding it tightly, and next second Jungkook punched Sam on his face, making him stumble back. Vine looked at Jungkook, who was glaring at Sam with red eyes. Soon guards came and Jungkook ordered them, throw him out of here. Sam whispered to herself, he owned this place. Who is he? He must be very rich. How can wine get him? Jungkook turned towards his guard and was saying something, and just then Emily held wine and dragged her out of there. Here inside the cabin, Jungkook was working on a file when his mom came inside. He looked up and asked her to sit. Why didn't you told me before? Jungkook white. Mrs. John, you had a girlfriend and you didn't told us. I want to meet her now. Jungkook, what are you talking, mom? There is no one. Mrs. John, don't make excuse. I heard what had happened 2 days before in the bar. You kissed a girl and then had a fight with a guy for her. Jungkook frowned, but then he remembered he had an idea that this news will spread, but he didn't know that they will think like that. Jungkook, it's not what you are thinking, mom. She is not my girlfriend, and all that happened was just. He couldn't find words, and then his mom said, and what? Look, we know you were hiding it, but now I want to see her before your dad gets the news. His mom left and he closed his eyes, being annoyed. He got the information that he had an important meeting with his partner in the restaurant, so he left from there. Sarah looked inside the restaurant and saw Jungkook. She is not alone, Sam. Look, there is her boyfriend. Sarah pointed, making Van frown, and when Van looked inside, she saw Jungkook. She smirked at Sam and went inside the restaurant and sat in front of Jungkook. But little did she knew it was a bad idea. I was waiting for my business partner. Don't know why he was late. I was about to stand up, but someone sat in front of me, and it was that same girl from. They all were shocked that he owned this restaurant too. Sarah, who are you? Jungkook smiled and looked at Sam, who was confused. John Jungkook, a mafia. Sam felt like his soul left the body. Sarah and Vine were shocked. Now what were you saying? Sam took a step back and ran from there, making Jungkook chuckle. Sarah looked at Vine with a look of jealousy. Jungkook, now miss, if you excuse me, then I would love to spend my time with my woman. Jungkook glared and Sarah also left from there. He turned towards Vine, who was looking at him with a scared look. She slowly stood up, making him smirk. She gulped and said, I didn't want it to. I mean, I didn't know you were a mafia or wine. I wouldn't have disturbed you. I'm sorry. Saying that went dashed from there, making him chuckle, but then he remembered what his mother had told him in morning. He looked at the surrounding and saw all the staff manager were looking at him, and he knew this news will also get its way to her ears. Jungkook, you have started this mess. Now you have to handle it, Miss Wine. He already got her info the day she kissed him, and now he was up to something. He looked at her, who was going outside the restaurant hurriedly like she had seen a ghost. He picked up his phone and dialed a number. I need the address of mine, get it first. He cut the call and left from there, and just like that, his mother also got the news from restaurant about wine. Wine, who is it? Suddenly, Wine saw Emily taking step back. She frowned, but then she stood up when she saw Jungkook coming inside. Jungkook looked at Vine and came towards her. She was shocked, but he simply came and sat on the couch like a king. He looked at the living area and then at Vine. He motioned her to sit, and she did like a child. Vine, I will get straight to the point. You have to be my fake girlfriend in front of my family until I find a real life partner. Wine looked at Emily shocked. What, Jungkook, you heard me clearly. You have started all this, but now it will end when I will want it to end. Jungkook took a step and whispered, you have stepped inside my den and it will only end when I want to end. You have to follow all the rules and don't try to play smart because your loved one's life are now in your hands. One wrong move and you will see there. He left and Ryan looked at Emily, who was still shocked. She gulped because now she knew she had done that stranger who turned out a mafia king. Do you want me to continue it in a series or should I end it? If I got a good response, then I will make it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.